Celebrity Shorts.
Spotify axes R. Kelly from its playlists. Spotify has told R. Kelly to piss off, booting the R&B singer from his playlists. According to Billboard, Spotify users won't be finding any more of the self-streaming artist on any of the service's editorial or algorithmic playlists. Under the terms of a new public hate content and hateful conduct policy Spotify has implemented, the music service won't be promoting R's music anyway. R. Kelly's music, however, will still be available on Spotify. Several women have accused Kelly of sexual violence, coercion, and running a sex-driven cult. 2 more women came forward to BuzzFeed this week, and, well, there is also the pee-pee tape. Lesson of the day, don't record yourself peeing on other people. Don't piss off yet. Pokemon Go users fall victim to armed robbers. A popular new smartphone app is encouraging users to catch 'em all, but instead of catching Pokemon, some nefarious robbers in Missouri used it to lure victims instead. Pokemon Go uses augmented reality to place pocket monsters, or Pokemon, in real-world locations. Users can then catch and collect them using a smartphone and GPS signal. The game features locations called Pokestops where users can gain or buy items. At one such Pokestop in O'Fallon, Missouri, 4 men set up a lure module to attract Pokemon. The lure is seen by other players who flock to the area to catch the creatures. Once the player arrives at the location, the men proceed to rob them at gunpoint. Officers were able to arrest the 4 robbers on Sunday. They were believed to be responsible for almost a dozen robberies in 2 Missouri counties. 3 of the suspects have been charged with first-degree robbery and armed criminal action. The 4th, a 16-year-old, is currently in juvenile custody.
Smart beds can stop you from snoring. A Minneapolis mattress company unveiled a smart bed at the Las Vegas Consumer Electronics Show that can help prevent users from snoring, thus eliminating the chances of them disturbing their partners in their sleep. The smart bed is able to raise the temperature at the foot of the mattress before users get into bed. Research has shown people fall asleep faster when their feet are warm. The bed is able to continually track heart rates, motions, and breathing. It also automatically adjusts depending on the user's position. An under-bed mechanism automatically lights up if users get out of the bed in the middle of the night. To prevent users from snoring, the bed is designed to slightly raise the user's head to clear his or her airway when it detects the sound of snoring. It also traces bedtime routines and helps wake up the user when they've reached the lightest stage of sleep. Other gadgets unveiled at the show included an automated beer brewing machine, a smart frying pan that can track the content of food being cooked, and a device that can turn any computer into a touchscreen. Uber tests color-coded light strips to help you find your ride. Have you ever gotten into the wrong car after calling for an Uber ride? Ride-sharing app Uber says it wants to reduce the time it takes for drivers and riders to find each other, eliminate the embarrassment of getting into the wrong vehicle, and stop Uber imposter scammers. Starting December 2015, select Uber cars in Seattle will begin testing Spot, a color code idea that asks riders to select yellow, orange, pink, purple, blue, or green. The responding Uber vehicle will then display the rider's chosen color on LED light strips inside their windshield. If you picked green and you see green, that's your ride. In dark or crowded situations, Uber app users can also display their chosen color on their phone and hold it up so that a driver can quickly identify their passenger. Uber has not announced if or when it will expand its Spot color code experiment to other areas. Apple has grown so big it needs a new home. Building work on Apple's future headquarters is continuing in Cupertino, California, where it looks like a giant UFO has just landed. Apple's new Campus 2 headquarters is expected to open in early 2017. The main building is a ring-shaped, 4-storied structure that looks like a huge spaceship. The site covers 176 acres. That's about the size of 100 soccer fields. At over 1,500 feet, the main building is greater in diameter than the Empire State Building is tall and wider than the Pentagon. More than 3,000 sheets of curved glass cover the main building, which is a perfect circle. The site will be completely powered by renewable energy, including solar power and biofuels. Around 80% of the site is green space, complete with jogging and cycling trails. Some 13,000 Apple employees will work at the new headquarters, which has 7 different cafes. 1,000 bicycles will be available for staff to use to get around the campus, which will be planted with 7,000 trees. The campus will also have a 1,000-seat auditorium, a 100,000 square foot fitness center, and 300,000 square feet of research and development facilities. Parking garages above and below ground can accommodate 14,000 vehicles, while a visitor center offers views over the entire campus. The total cost to build the Apple Campus 2 is estimated to be $5 billion. That figure is equal to around 2% of the company's total cash reserves. The Apple Campus 2 will be the world's 5th most expensive building, and quite possibly the world's coolest office.
Auld Lang Syne takes on a whole new meaning in Japan. A Japanese security firm is working on a music drone to help curb the crazy overtime Japanese workers put in. Overwork in Japan is a major health and societal problem. The drone by Taisei will reportedly play Scottish folk song Auld Lang Syne whenever it's time to punch out. It will perform sweeps of office buildings, and should it detect workers staying late, it'll let rip with a popular New Year song. As if that isn't enough, the drone will also be kitted out with video cameras to record anyone working past finishing time. Auld Lang Syne was penned by renowned Scottish poet Robert Burns in 1788. Wonder how he'd react to this news. Here's another reason to just ride your bike. Apple reportedly gave Uber's iPhone app access to a secret backdoor that potentially allows the company to record a user's screen and access other personal information without his or her knowledge. A majority of iPhone apps use software to enable features like the camera or Apple Pay, known as entitlements. However, Apple keeps certain entitlements for itself to allow optimal integration with the iPhone. Uber was found to be the only app other than Apple's own apps granted access to the entitlement. Uber says the entitlement isn't being used, and it is working with Apple to remove the API completely from the app. Security researcher Will Straffitch, who discovered the situation, said this: "Granting such a sensitive entitlement to a third party is unprecedented as far as I can tell. No other app developers have been able to convince Apple to grant them entitlements they've needed to let their apps utilize certain privileged system functionality." Anyone need a lift instead?